What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, January 25th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Matt Smith is being eyed to star in Sony's upcoming Spider-Man spin-off film Morbius, starring Jared Leto as the titular vampire anti-hero. Smith, who known for starring in Doctor Who and The Crown, is in final talks to join the project. The actor's role in the film is being kept under wraps, but is described as being significant. Danielle Espinosa is directing Morbius from a script by Burke Sharpless and Max Zamaza. Avi Arad and Mac Tolmach are producing with Lucas Foster. Morbius, known as the living vampire, was biochemist Dr. Michael Morbius, who transforms into a vampire after he injects himself with a serum derived from bats in order to cure a fatal blood disease. The character was created by writer Roy Thomas and artist Gil Kane within the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 101 in 1971. Morbius starts out as a villain for Spider-Man before becoming more of an anti-hero. The film will be Sony's latest project under the Spider-Man umbrella, which will also include Venom starring Tom Hardy that was released in October. Sony and Marvel's Spider-Man series starring Tom Holland as the web-slinger that ties into the cinematic Marvel Universe shows no signs of connecting to Venom or Morbius. Anne Hathaway says work on Princess Diaries 3 is underway. The 36-year-old actress gave an update on the possible new sequel during Thursday's episode of Watch What Happens Live. Hathaway confirmed there is a script for the third movie. There is a script. I want to do it. My co-star Julie Andrews wants to do it. Deborah Martin Chase, our producer, wants to do it. We all really want it to happen. She explained, it's just we don't want to do it unless it's perfect because we love it just as much as you guys love it. It's as important to us as it is to you, and we don't want to deliver anything until it's ready, but we're working on it. Hathaway played Mia Thermopolis in The Princess Diaries 2001, which was based on the Meg Cabot novel of the same name, and The Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement in 2004. Cabot told Entertainment Weekly in July 2017 that a script for the third film was in the works. The author said of the sequel, I would love to sit and talk about it, but I can't. I'm not allowed, but it's really more following the movie than the books. She elaborated, I think of them as two different universes. Like there's the Princess Diaries universe that I created, which is, amazing, and the Disney universe that they created, which is equally amazing. Hathaway will next star in Serenity, which opens in theaters on Friday. She appeared on Watch What Happens Live with her co-star Matthew McConaughey, who laughed off rumors he once dated Janet Jackson during a game of Plead the Fifth. Chris McKay has signed on to direct a film based on the Miller World comic book series Reborn, Netflix announced. Bird Box star Sandra Bullock is among the producers on the project. Mark Millar and Greg Capullo are executive producing it. No casting or shooting start date have been announced yet. McKay is known for helming the Lego Batman movie and episodes of Robot Chicken. Reborn is a science fiction adventure that explores where people go when they die. The synopsis reads, 80-year-old Bonnie Black finds out when she passes away in the Manhattan hospital and opens her eyes in the world of Asteria, a magical land of monsters and dragons where good and evil are waging an eternal war. Reborn in the prime of her life, she finds all her friends, old friends, and loved ones waiting except the husband who died before her. Netflix announced in August 2017 that it had acquired Millar World, Millard's comic book publishing imprint. Millar tweeted, remember, we sold Millar World to Netflix. Reborn is the latest beauty in the pipeline. We just added up with Sandra Bullock and at Bud Botchnacher. Copying my pal and genius artist at Greg Capullo. Jeff Bridges tweeted a cryptic video Thursday teasing the return of his iconic character, the Dude from The Big Lebowski. The video, which features Bridges dressed as the iconic slacker with no dialogue, bears the caption, "Can't be living in the past, man, stay tuned." The video also featured the date February 3rd, 2019, the date of the Super Bowl. Whether the date indicates a trailer release for a sequel to the 1998 Coen Brothers film or merely a marketing campaign featuring the character remains to be seen. Netflix has announced a new 4-episode Queer Eye special featuring the Fab Five in Japan. The Netflix on Twitter said Wednesday, alongside a photo of star Jonathan Van Ness, Bobby Burke, Tan France, Antoni Paratsky, and Karamo Brown, the Fab Five will work with local tastemakers to make better a new group of heroes while they learn and experience Japanese cuisine, fashion, design, grooming, and culture firsthand in a 4-episode special. The special is set to arrive on the streaming service following the release of Queer Eye Season 3, which premieres in 2019. Series creator and executive producer David Collins said in a statement, just a year since we launched Season 1, Queer Eye has become a global phenomenon once again, and the Fab Five are truly the ambassadors of self-care and compassion that the world needs more than ever. Filming in Japan is a wonderful opportunity for us to work with 4 deserving heroes that will help showcase the incredible traditions and customs of their country. Queer Eye, which premiered in February 2018, featured the Fab Five helping people change their appearances, home styles, lifestyles, and perspective. The CW has ordered 4 new pilots, including one based on Jane the Virgin and Archie Comics drama series Riverdale. The Jane the Virgin spin-off titled Jane the Novella is a telenovela or soap opera anthology series where each season will be based on a different fictional novel written by Jane Villanueva, portrayed by Gina Rodriguez. Rodriguez, who is executive producing alongside Jane the Virgin's showrunner Jenny Snyder-Urman, will also be narrating the spin-off. The first installment takes place at a Napa Valley vineyard that houses family secrets. Jane the Virgin writer Valentina Garza is penning the spin-off and is also executive producing alongside Ben Silverman, Brad Sieberling, Joanna Klein, Emily Gibson, Jorge Grenier, and Gary Pearl. Sieberling is attached to direct. Rodriguez said on Instagram, alongside a photo of herself and Elias Jansen, who portrays Jane's son Mateo, "We got some good news from the CW. Jane will be birthing a spin-off, Jane the Novellas. Jane the Virgin's 5th and final season is set to premiere on March 27th. The Riverdale spin-off is titled Katie Keene, after the Archie Comics character of the same name. Keene, who is destined to be a fashion legend, will be joining 3 other iconic Archie Comics characters as they chase their dreams in New York City. Katie Keene is described as a musical drama and comedy that will feature the characters trying to make it on Broadway while pursuing fashion and music careers. Riverdale creator Robert Aguilar Sacasa is directing, executive producing, and writing alongside Michael Grassi. Greg Berlanti, Sarah Shetner, and John Goldwater are also serving as executive producers. The CW also ordered a pilot for The Lost Boys, based on the 1987 vampire film of the same name, and a pilot from an untitled Nancy Drew project. A group of dysfunctional heroes must come together to save the world in the newest trailer for the upcoming Netflix series The Umbrella Academy. The clip released on Thursday details how the Umbrella Academy was formed when a billionaire adopted 6 children who were suddenly born without explanation. The children who possessed superpowers was bred to one day save the world. After their caretaker dies years later, the now older children decide to take action when they learn from Time Skipper number 5, played by Aidan Gallagher, that the world will end in 8 days. The Umbrella Academy, based on the Dark Horse comic series by Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba, is set to arrive on Netflix on February 15th. Ellen Page, Mary J. Blige, Cameron Britton, Tom Hopper, David Castaneda, Emily Raven Lopman, Robert Sheehan, Colm Feary, Adam Godley, John Magaro, Ashley Madagui, and Kate Walsh also star. The synopsis reads, on the same day in 1989, 43 infants are inexplicably born to random unconnected women who show no signs of pregnancy the day before. 7 are adopted by a billionaire who creates the Umbrella Academy and prepares his children to save the world. Now the 6 surviving members reunite upon the news of their father's passing and must work together to solve a mystery surrounding his death. Olympic figure skater Adam Rippon and season 10 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, Aquaria, announces the cast of season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race Thursday. Rippon interviewed the queens after they walked the runway. Viewers voted via hashtag between two challenges per queen on what they wanted the queens to perform, and Aquaria explained the challenges before the queen attempted to complete the task in under a minute. After interviewing with Rippon, the 14 queens premiered the official season 11 promo video, which revealed there would be a 15th contestant in the competition. The addition queen is Vanessa Vanahe Mateo, who shay away on the first episode of season 10 before a clip of her exiting the stage earned her a cult following online. Mateo, drag daughter to season 3 contestant Alexis Mateo, told Rippon she was nervous to return to make the competition because she wanted to make her fans proud. She said, "Hopefully the audience will get to know me other than what they see on social media." The first contestant announced was Akira Davenport of the same Dallas Drag Race as season 7, Queer Kennedy Davenport, and the late Sahara Davenport of season 2. She says that her experience in pageants helped her prepare for the competition. Akira Davenport had to guess what was inside a fuzzy pink box based on feel alone and correctly identified a lobster and a plate of pasta and snake. Honey Davenport of the same family was also announced as part of the cast. Honey Davenport came out in a bee-inspired look and said she was, quote, buzzing out love to each and every person watching today. Honey was a backup dancer for season 9 performer Peppermint and is a drag mother to Ali competitor Monet Exchange. Honey Davenport played Quick Straw, where she used a straw to move pretzels from one bowl to the other. Jersey native Ariel Versace was the second drag queen announced. Versace describes herself as a Brett doll aesthetic. The fans chose Know Your Herstory challenge, and Aquaria peppered Versace about questions about the U.S. history. USA Network has announced it's renewed its legal drama Suits for a ninth and final season. Chris McCumber, the president of USA Network and Sci-Fi, said in a statement, "Suits has played an instrumental role in our network's DNA for nearly a decade. I and everyone at USA Network sincerely thank creator Alan Korsh, our partners at the Universal Cable Production, and the entire Suits family for their tremendous creativity, devotion, and support over a truly amazing run. The show about people who work at a New York law firm that specializes in corporate cases began in 2011. Initially starred Gabriel Mash, Patrick J. Adams, Gina Torres, Rick Hoffman, Sarah Rafferty, and Meghan Markle, who is now the wife of Britain's Prince Harry. The current cast includes Mash, Hoffman, Rafferty, Katherine Heigl, Dule Hill, Wendell Pierce, and Amanda Scholl. The second half of Season 8 premiered Wednesday. The 10 episodes of Season 9 are expected to air later this year. Comedian and author Jim Gaffigan is to headline Amazon's Prime Video's first original stand-up comedy special. Quality Time is slated to premiere later this year. Gaffigan said in a statement Thursday, "I'm so honored to be Amazon's first original stand-up special. This is going to be exciting." The real-life dad of 5 will also be seen soon in Amazon Studios' dramedy film Troop Zero, opposite Academy Award winners Viola Davis and Allison Janney. He is best known for starring in the family sitcom The Jim Gaffigan Show, which he wrote with his wife Janine in 2015 to 2016. In May 2017, Gaffigan announced Janine had successfully undergone surgery to remove a life-threatening brain tumor. Mission Impossible Fallout actress Rebecca Ferguson is a married woman. The 35-year-old Swedish actress said in an interview Wednesday with Extra that she quietly tied the knot with her partner Rory at an intimate wedding over the holidays. Ferguson says, "I think we both wanted to step over all the thresholds. Also, I'm not very religious. I believe in love." She explains, "It was more for us and our family. We rented a cottage. We had friends and family in Wellington boots and big woolly socks and big ruggy jumpers." Ferguson says she chose a practical outfit over a traditional wedding dress. She says, I wore a beautiful skirt, wedding skirt, that I can shorten off, get some pockets in, and I'll use it in Greece for the summer. I'm practical. Ferguson is parents to 12-year-old son Isaac with ex-boyfriend Ludwig Hallberg and 6-month-old daughter with her husband. Ludwig served as the ring bearer while her baby girl slept through the ceremony. People said Ferguson gave birth to her daughter in July. The actress is known for playing Issa Faust in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation and Mission Impossible Fallout. Also appeared in The Greatest Showman and the BBC One series The White Queen. 50 Shades author E.L. James will release a new book in the spring. The 55-year-old British author announced on Thursday's episode of Today that she will publish the new erotic novel The Mister. James said of the book, it's hopefully another inspiring love story with two completely new characters doing their thing, shenanigans ensuing, boy meets girl. She added, it's about an aristocratic Englishman who meets a young woman. It's a 21st century Cinderella. James describes The Mister as a passionate economic love story, but said that the novel is not another 50 Shades, which features a BDSM relationship. She says it's not 50 Shades erotic, it's not 50 Shades. It's a completely different story. The Mister follows the romance between privileged Maximo Trevelyan and the mysterious woman he falls for, Alessia Damachi. Chance the Rapper and the Backstreet Boys are set to star in Super Bowl 53's commercial together that advertises Doritos' new flaming hot nacho chips. Doritos released on YouTube Thursday a teaser trailer for the commercial that features Chance trying his best to dance like the boy band. Chance finds himself unable to mimic the Backstreet Boys' choreography, so I Want It That Way, placing blame on the baggy jeans everyone else is wearing. Backstreet Boy member Brian Latrell says, no excuses, man, let's do it again. Saying alongside Nick Carter, AJ McLean, Howie Duro, and Kevin Richardson. Doritos previously released a teaser for the ad on Instagram that featured Backstreet Boys posing while Chance awkwardly joins them. The Los Angeles Rams will be taking on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 53 on February 3rd. Gladys Knight is set to sing the national anthem, while Maroon 5 will headline the halftime show. Pepsi has released two teasers for their upcoming Super Bowl 53 commercial featuring Cardi B and Steve Carell. Cardi B taps a sparkling diamond can of Pepsi with her red, white, and blue painted nails while sitting at a diner in her teaser released Wednesday. Carell is also featured at a diner where he begins to read a script for the ad. The comedian is silent before he starts loudly laughing. Carell says to the camera, we'll see. Pepsi commercial will also include rapper Little John. Brandi Carlile, Miley Cyrus, Her, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers have been booked to perform at the 61st Annual Grammy Awards Gala in Los Angeles. The ceremony honoring excellence across all genres of music is to take place February 10th at the Staples Center. Previously announced Grammy performers include Camila Cabello, Cardi B, Dan and Shay, Post Malone, Shawn Mendes, Janelle Monáe, and Casey Musgraves. Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Alicia Keys is hosting the event. Rapper Kendrick Lamar goes into the ceremony with the leading 8 nominations. J. Cole has released a new single titled Middle Child, in which the rapper refers to himself as the greatest right now. Cole raps on a track released on Wednesday. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you paving the ground. I copied your cadence. I mirrored your style. I studied the greats. I'm the greatest now. Middle Child, produced by T-Minus, also featured Cole, referencing and giving props to fellow rappers Jay-Z, Drake, 21 Savage, and Kodak Black. Middle Child is available on music streaming services such as Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Tidal, and YouTube. Cole's working on his 5th studio album. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1949, the inaugural Emmy Awards ceremony begins. Hollywood's first television academy had been founded 3 years earlier by Sid Cassidy, a former film editor for Frank Capra, who later worked as a grip at Paramount Studios and entertainment journalist. At a time when only about 50,000 American households had TV sets, Cassidy saw that the need for an organization that would foster productive discussions of the fledgling entertainment media. The Academy's membership grew quickly despite the lack of support from the Hollywood motion picture establishment, which perhaps understandably felt threatened by TV and its potential to keep audiences entertained at home and away from theaters. In 1947, the well-known radio personality Edgar Bergen, the father of Candace Bergen, who would become a noted actress, agreed to become the first president of Cassidy's organization. Though Cassidy had originally objected to the idea of awards, arguing that the group's primal goals should be cultural and educational, he eventually succumbed to the needs of a high, visible event to raise the Academy's profile. After rejecting 47 designs, Cassidy and his colleagues selected a now famous silhouette. His colleagues selected the now famous statuette depicting a winged woman holding an atom in her extended arms. Created by the TV engineer Louis McManus, who used his wife as a model, the figurative represented the collaborative relationship between art, the muse, and science, the atom. The name Emmy was a feminized version of the Emmys, the shorthand term for image orchidcon tube that was used in the TV cameras until 1960s. Shirley Dinsdale, a 20-year-old ventriloquist who had starred in the children's show Judy Splinters. Also on this date, in 1980, Paul McCartney is released from the Tokyo jail and deported from Japan. Paul McCartney's arrival at Tokyo's Narita International Airport on January 16, 1980, marked his first visit to Japan since the Beatles' tour of 1966. The occasion was a planned 11-city concert tour by his band Wings. Instead, Paul's visit was limited to a 9-day stint at the Tokyo Narcotics Detention Center, which ended on this date in 1980. McCartney was found with carrying nearly half a pound of marijuana in his baggage upon arrival at Narita, an amount that Paul would later assure Japanese authorities was intended solely for his personal use. The amount was large enough, however, to warrant a smuggling charge and a potential 7-year prison sentence. Japan's reputation for its rigorous enforcement of its strict anti-drug laws, it was by no means a foregone conclusion that McCartney would escape trial and possible imprisonment. Yet, he was released and quickly deported from Japan on January 25, 1980, prior to making any appearance in court. That the celebrity of McCartney's stature would avoid the consequences that a less famous drug smuggler might have faced was hardly surprising. After all, who could blame Japanese authorities for applying a double standard to a prisoner whose sing-alongs ensured the jailhouse and screaming fans outside threatened to create a significant distraction from the normal workings of the justice system? The question that troubled the minds of observers at the time was, what was Paul thinking? Half a pound of marijuana was a prodigious amount for one man to carry around. All right. For personal use, particularly a man who had a reason to expect, especially close examinations of his person and his baggage by Japanese custom officials. After all, Paul had been denied a Japanese entry visa just 5 years earlier due to his numerous earlier drug arrests in Europe. 20 years after his 1980 arrest, Paul would opine that his psychological motivation may have been to find an excuse to disband Wings, which he in fact did immediately after his return to England. In another interview, however, Sir Paul offered an explanation that may be the more compelling for his simplicity. He said, We were about to fly to Japan, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get anything to smoke over there. McCartney said in 2004, this stuff was too good to flush down the toilet, so I thought it would take me. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, January 25th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.